Hey everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a special process video for my Monochromatic March Challenge because it's also for the Off the Board Challenge, which is a monthly hop hosted by Crystal from Pineapple Papers. And the last Wednesday of every month, a group of scrapbookers gets together for this hop, and we each take inspiration from our own Pinterest boards. So my inspiration is up in the corner. It's from a close to my heart representative named Chris Lothian. I don't know if that's how you say her name, but I think that's what it sounds like. And this was a recent pin on my Scrapbook and Cards Pinterest board. And I saw it and I said, oh, you know what? This is perfect because it's got 7 photos on it. I had 7 photos that I needed to scrapbook, and I had just purchased 2 pieces of basil cardstock in orange so that I could create a 2-page layout to go with my Monochromatic March Challenge. So that's what I'm doing here. Now, the photos that I'm using are from a dino fossil site in Colorado. I can't remember the specific name of it, but I do remember that for some reason it has 2 entrances and we went to the wrong one first, which was kind of annoying. But, and it was really hot. It was so hot. And obviously the fossil things are all outside. So they take you on this bus tour to different areas where they've found fossils. It's all like preserved land. They might even still be digging there. I'm not totally sure, but I don't remember. I should have taken better notes. But it was pretty cool to be able to hold a fossil and see the footprints of where the dinosaurs actually walked, and just learn a little bit about how the land was made, how the mountains and hillsides were created, and just imagine the dinosaurs roaming the land. And this was actually another good one because as part of my March challenge, one of the embellishments that I set aside was an orange dinosaur sticker from an old boy-themed Echo Park collection. I think it's Echo Park. And I was like, well, when I put it aside, I said, I don't really know what I'm going to do with this, but I guess I'll figure out a way to make it work. And then I saw this grouping of photos that needed to be scrapbooked, and I was like, yes, this is going to be perfect. So that's really the only dinosaur-themed embellishment that you're going to find on this 2-page layout, because that's all I had. But anyway, so the background is just the orange cardstock. I think Chris had like a wood grain background, and then the center would be, I don't know, a white or a solid color, or, whatever you want it to be. But I chose to just do one thing on the background, not 2, because also I'm very limited to what I'm working with here. Most of what I'm using is from my stash. These papers I did get at Joann as part of their going out of business sale. So the photos on this side are 4 4x4 photos I did, and they're sort of in a grid, but one side is higher up than the other. And then the papers behind it, I did one that was, I don't know what far it was across. I just did like the 3, it had stripes on it, thick stripes. And so that one I just did 3 colors, and I cut it to, I think, 8 inches. And then the one with the white and the different colored stripes was about 4 by 9, I think. Yeah. And then the orangey grid one, it was just a leftover piece, so I didn't even measure it. I just stuck it down, cut off the excess, and said I'm going to put the rest of it on the other side. So I wish I could give you more specific measurements if you're trying this at home, but I think it really depends on what items you're using and how closely you want to follow this sketch. This is, you can tell from Chris's sketch, it's a travel themed one because she has some travel elements and the word travel on it. And yes, I will be adding in some travel themed elements because these were taken from a vacation, but you can add in whatever elements and pieces that you want. You could add more pattern papers if you want, totally up to you. You could mat the photos. If I'd had extra cardstock, I probably would have matted my photos, maybe even cut them down smaller and done maybe a white matting, or I don't know, another solid color that matched the colors in the pattern papers that I was using. But as I said, I'm limited in what I'm using because I'm trying to use up stuff from my stash, and I still have lots of scrap paper that I need to use up. So I'll probably end up doing something else with mixed media coming up pretty soon. I guess there's going to be 2 more process videos for the March challenge. So wish me luck. I think I'm doing good, and I'll do a recap at the end so I can show you what else is left in my stash, and maybe you guys can help me decide what do I keep and what do I toss? I know it's so hard sometimes to get rid of some of our scrapbook supplies because we think we're going to use it. We're going to use it at some point. We got to keep it around, but that's not always the case, especially with things that just, they just don't go. I have some big wheel-esque embellishments, again, from that same Echo Park boy themed layout. And I'm like, I would love to use these, but I don't have pictures of my child riding a big wheel, and I don't know where else that those would go. I also have some, I might have to stage some photos, to be quite honest with you. I also have some books, things that say a lot of fall things. So I should probably look more into my October, November photos and see what's on tap so that I can create a layout using all of those fall pieces. So just so there's some planning involved in all of this, but I know that some of it I'm just going to have to toss because I'm probably not going to be able to use it. Or maybe I'll put, if I have enough good usable stuff, maybe somebody else could use it and I could do a giveaway and see if anybody else, would want it. And I can just mail it off to you. So somebody else does get to use it. It's just not me. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. If you want to see the rest of the process videos that I do this month, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoy this video and it's inspiring for you, give it a thumbs up. Now, I really wanted to have this banner, and I am intentionally, I meant to put something behind those top two photos. There was originally a tag piece that's up there in the sketch, and I forgot about putting anything there. So I already stuck the stickers down and they were going to be too hard to peel off. So I'm just going to stick that little banner off to the side there. And later, when I figure out what the name of this place was, that's where I'm actually going to put my journaling. But for right now, it's blank. And I have a travel sticker that I believe is Simple Stories. And then I added in one of those orange gems that I purchased from Joanne. And there was another embellishment cluster on the side where I used a Chamel sticker. It's actually more yellowy than orange, but I'm giving myself a little bit of leeway with this month's color challenge. And then I added another phrase sticker from Simple Stories and another one of those orange gem stickers. That was from Joanne's Park Lane collection. So on this side, this is the other side. I already got the background pieces cut down. They're the same size as the ones on the other side. So this is basically just a mirror image 2-page layout. But the photos are going to be different. So instead of having 4 4x4 photos, I've got 2 that I kept as 4x6 horizontals. And then the other one was originally 4x6 vertical, but I cut it down to a 4x4 square. So the 2 horizontal ones are on top of each other. One of them is a picture of my daughter with a dinosaur that was painted outside of the tourist center there. The bottom one is showing where fossils have been found. And then the one that I cut down actually has the imprints of the dinosaur feet in the rock, which is pretty cool to see. So for this side, the embellishments are going to include that orange digger. It's not specific. It's also from that boy-themed collection. When else am I going to use it? But I figured it sort of worked because, you're digging for fossils. I'm sure they're not actually using that sort of construction equipment on a fossil dig site, but I just decided to put it there anyway. And I have another one of those Chamel flower stickers down at the bottom with a little vacay license plate and another one of those orange gems, another Chamel phrase sticker up at the top with orange gem. And then I had these puffy American Crafts circle stickers, and they were orange, so I threw those in there too. So here's the layout. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Hop along with everybody else today as part of Off the Board, and I'll see you next time.